Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Today is the first day of spring, and today we are in an event with the Sacred Treasure House group on Facebook, and it's the first day of spring. So everybody today will be creating something in regards to the first day of spring. And so I'm just getting a couple things done here. Um, so I can getting situated so I can see comments because that is always important. I like to see the comments. What fun would it be if we couldn't talk to each other and chit chat, right? So that is so anyway, the Sacred Treasure House is a Facebook group, and there's no cost to join. And these groups that people have, that we have these events in, if you just go and you are in the event, or I mean, if you are watching on the group page, you can just, you can just refresh your browser after each person, and then you get a chance to, see all the people in one easy place. You don't have to jump from place to place. During the event. And also, it makes it easy because then you can also see the replays. So, you've kind of got an easy way to see everybody. So today, everybody is going to be crafting something related to spring. That is our theme today. And oh my goodness, I feel kind of lucky because I kind of feel like I've already been having spring here in Texas. We live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and oh my goodness, I already had daffodils blooming. My peonies are they're in buds right now, and I'm so excited to see them. They're so gorgeous when they bloom. Although I have a lot of problems, I can't really bring them in to to enjoy the blooms inside. They get too many bugs. So I've heard all kinds of things about that, and so, but that's just how it is. So I just enjoy them outside. What kinds of flowers do you guys have that you enjoy outside? Hey, Sue. Hi, Deborah. How are you guys? So let's see. Let me get us moved down to the workspace. I am going to work on my page-by-page journal today. So let me move you down here to the desktop. Okay, there we go. Phew. Okay, so I'm on a little bit earlier than was the plan. Plans have a way of changing, right? And so sometimes something comes up and we have to kind of rearrange our schedule, and that's just how that goes. So, oh my goodness, I completely forgot to get my hole punch. Well, it's going to be harder to use to make what I'm making. Well, I can make it, but it's not going to be completely finished. Oh, shoot. Well, those things happen, right? This is the kind of book, and this is like a happy planner. And these have these disc mount or ring disc. Oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? Disc bound books. Phew, that was hard. So it's disc bound, and all these things come out. But the thing about it is you can take these pages out, you can add or take them out. And what they look like is they've got these kind of little mushroom shape, hole punches. They're not just circle punches. Hi, Donna. I got two Donnas with me. Hi, Wendy. There's Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte's going to be up after me. The Crafty Collie 22. She's going to be up following me today. So the thing about these is you can just, add or take away, and it makes it so easy. And I just love this kind of a system. And I have used something like this for a very long time. And the Happy Planners make that, and so do, there's several companies anymore that are making them like that. So first off, I want to know, how big my page is. So basically it's about 9 1/4 by 7 inches. But I need to make sure that when I get ready to do my design that, I need to remember that I've got to punch holes in it over here, right? So, you got to kind of keep that in mind. Hi, Martha. Hi, Angela. Tanya. Hi there, everybody. So what I'm going to do, I have a fun little paper here that I'm going to start with. and we're going to cut it. So this is like a little spring setting. Look here, we've got a little scene where we've got a little table and chairs outside, a cup of something to drink, a book to read. Doesn't that look like just a fun place to be? I would like to be there. How about you guys? Hi, Tina. Welcome. So just, a fun place. Now this was one of the images that went out in my newsletter this last week. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, I've always got fun things coming out for, every week you get some free printables. So this was one of the things that was in this week's. So I'm going to set this over here so I can cut this. And I already, I put this over here bumped in enough that I would have plenty of room, right? And so I know that this was about 9¼ inches, and you can either, you can go that same size if you want to. You can cut it a little bit shorter. I'm going to do it at 9. That'll still give me room for my punched places when I get ready to do that. And always keep your little pieces here. I'm so excited. I have some different paper coming. I've talked to you before about the cardstock that I use that goes so easy through my printer. And it is not very cheap, and I needed some more. It's that Nina Solar White cardstock. It's like 80 pound. And it is plenty, it is a nice weight. And you guys, when I went to order some, I just buy it on Amazon. And when I went, and one pack lasted me a long time till I got to using it for these printables. And oh my gosh, I could not believe. I always say, and it's not cheap. Oh my goodness, now it's really not cheap. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to find something else. So I'm anxious. I've got some paper coming today that I'm excited to try. It's the same weight. It's something that was featured on Amazon. So I'm anxious to see what it's going to be like. Okay, so let me measure this again. I get to blabbing and I don't know what I did. Okay, 7 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at the 7 inches. Okay, now, but anyway, yeah, save your scraps. You can always use, especially white strips, you can always use for something else. Now then, I think I want to make something and put a little, kind of a little pocket down here. And let's see. I've got, these are the things that I printed out to go with this. I have got, let's see. Let me move my stuff over. I'm about to have an avalanche over there. So this is on cardstock. I don't really know that I need cardstock for my pocket. And I don't know, that's a little bit too busy for me. I don't think I want to use that. I think I want to use a plain color. And I just printed these on regular paper. I like that green. The pink is kind of pretty. And then this one is this is wild and bright. I really love this. I love this. But I think it might be, I don't know, that might be kind of fun. I think I might use that one. Let's use that. Let's make just an easy little pocket to go down here. And so we can make this, I think I'll make it about 3 inches. So 3 by 7. We'll just do that. So I'm going to cut my little, let's see, which way do I want it to go? Oh my goodness. Hey Michelle, how are you? There's Debbie, Rolla, Estella, Brittany. Oh my goodness. Had a lot of people pop on since I glanced up. Linda. Hey Susan. Oh my goodness. Up, Psycho, Create and Repeat. Hello. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I think I might, let me check. Michelle says pink. She's probably partial to pink. That is kind of pretty. It really does go with some of that. I'll kind of lighten it up. Let's go ahead and do that. I do like it. Well, of course I like it. I I picked it so it would coordinate with that, right? So, of course I like it. Oh, thanks, Tanya. Yeah, I love it. I love the colors. Let me just go ahead and trim this off so we can, then I don't have to think about where I am cutting. I gotta cut one side of it off, one more side here. Now, a lot of times if you start your blade in the paper, sometimes that's a little easier. Alrighty. And so 7 inches, 7 by 3, we're gonna do, just make a fun little pocket. You know, I don't want to cut all of that. I might want to use that for something else. Now I need my 3 inches, so let's flip it over. We'll just flip it over and cut it like that. Okay. Okay. How many of you have used these disc-bound things? What type of a printer do I have? I have an Epson, and this one is a 4750, and it's one of those EcoTank printers, and I tell you what, I would buy it all over again. And it really wasn't meant to like do pictures or anything. Some of them that you get that are meant more for pictures, sometimes you get better colors, but this paper is it's pen and ink brand from Walmart, the one that I use just for paper, and it's either 28 or 27 pounds. And I like it. It's a nice weight for just, you know, things that are more papery. And then I also use that Nina White Solar White cardstock. And I think both of them really are great for the way the colors come out. Sorry, I dropped my hole punch down here. Gotta get back over here. This chair is so hard to roll. I don't know what its deal is. Let me kind of figure out where the center is here. Just kind of give it a tiny little thing, and then we'll just make a little finger hole here. And let's put a little bit of ink on it, you guys. I love this picked raspberry. And oh my goodness, where is my... Well. I brought in my little blending tool and had new... What in the world? Okay, give me 1 second. Here we go. I found it. So I'm just gonna put a little pink on here. That is pretty bright. But we're going for spring, right? Oh my goodness. And don't you just love, I might just do it all the way around. Don't you just love all of the things blooming and the colors that they've got? Hey, Miss Jimmy Lou, how are you doing? The Messy Craft Corner. We are making we're working on one of our page-by-page journals today. And this is a fun thing to do. You can just, you know, do a page at a time and get it in your journal. So there, I'm just going to put that there. And we'll just glue it around the edge. Isn't that fun? Hey, Sue, how are you? There's Jan. Okay. And just a little bit. I like these needle nose applicator bottles because you can just put a little bit of glue on, and some of these glues you just don't need that much, especially, you know, if it's just paper and it's just going to be sitting there. Okay, so we got that on. Isn't that sweet? I love that. And now this is like kind of the thank you gift that you get for signing up for the newsletter right now. And you can find that on my Facebook page. It's one of the featured posts, so you know that's an easy place for you to find it, you guys, or in my link tree. So this is just spring sayings, and so there's all kinds of them here. Let me see here. Dance in the Oh, I like this one. And I made them in that typewriter font. I always feel like things need some words. How many of you feel that way? Do you feel like you need some words with whatever you're doing? I don't know. I always feel like that. And with the word strips, you can either just put the whole strip, and look, it's not really straight, and that's okay. Now, if you need to make it straight, you can certainly do it on your paper trimmer, and that works out great. You can take these and then you can cut them too, so that maybe what we do is we cut it between these words. And then I think I'll go ahead and put a little ink on that too, so that it pops up. Thanks, Deborah. Okay. And this pink, it really reminds me of some kind of like a pink lipstick. I love it. So I'm just going to put a little there, and put a little on this one. So you guys, I have 15 minutes more today. We'll either have to stretch this out. I'll have to come up with something else to do. I think we can do it though. I also may be able to stay more engaged and look at comments, you guys. Sometimes it is so hard to do that when you are, trying to get your project done, and you've got to be measuring and cutting and gluing and all the stuff. So I kind of like that up there, or maybe down here. Maybe we'll put it down here, except this, it might not even show. If I leave it down here, I'll know it's there. I will always know it's there and what it says. And yet, if I stick things in the pocket, it might be hiding. So I could put it up here. That doesn't really take away too much from, my little scene. I think I'll just pop it on right there. Okay. Thanks, Tina. You guys, what are you up to today? Besides watching our fun spring event, the first day of spring. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Oh, it is kind of hard to believe that we are already this far into March. Can you believe it? Okay, we'll just put that there. And put a little more on here. Okay. There. And now, if I hadn't gotten my hole punch, we could have punched it and put it in. That is kind of irritating, you guys. And I would say I could exit and run get it, but with my luck, I might exit and run out there thinking I know where it is, and it might not be there. So I am going to refrain from doing that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Angela says she's working on a small journal to fit inside a tin egg. That is so cool. I love that idea. Oh my goodness. Charlotte said she had to reboot her phone. Oh, I tell you, it's always something, right? This technology. And let's see, we could maybe even put something down here. Why don't we put, I don't know, we might even just put a tiny bit of this across there. I don't know. No, I'm just going to leave it. I just like it like this. It's kind of simple and plain, and I like it. Let's go on and let's make something else that could kind of coordinate with that to use like on a page across from it or something. So I've got some, actually, hang on a second. Was this the length of this? Oh, let's use this. I already got that. It's that cardstock weight. And I've got some fun washi tape, you guys. Ooh, this is kind of pretty. Except if I'm going to use this, I might want to... Okay, I've changed my mind. I am going to take a piece of this 12 by 12 cardstock and cut it down. So I'm going to make it... let me see here. I'm going to make some tickets, you guys. How wide was this piece? 1.5 inches. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's make this 3 inches wide. Well, wait, how much is this? Is this 3? Look at this washi tape, you guys. I just got this the other day, and I love it. Let's cut a strip 3 inches long, and then we're going to put our washi tape down on top of it, and we're going to make some tickets. So let's put this down. I might need to put a little bit of glue at the top. It doesn't seem real sticky there at the top edge. And I'm just going to go ahead and use that top edge right where it is. Ooh, this is kind of hard. We can get it though. I know we can. You know what though? I'm going to turn it the other way. I think this will be easier. I think if I lay it down and put this over it, I can get it on here better. It's always about flip-flopping your paper and whatever you're using and trying to get it lined up. I hope that's smooth. Oh, it's kind of wrinkly. Oh, shoot. Can I get it up? Oh, my word. It's taking the paper up with it. Okay, well, I didn't realize a big piece of washi tape was going to be so difficult. And now I know. Now you know, too. How many of you have used washi tape this wide? Okay, let's see what we can do to smooth this down. I'm going to take that out of the way. And I'm going to just try and smooth it like this. Hey, that's not bad. That is coming out okay, you guys. I've still got some wrinkles, but hey, it'll work. Look at that. Isn't that springy like? Look, it looks like we spent so much time putting all kinds of stuff together, and all we did was put down a single piece of washi tape. This was from 49 and Market, and it was called Tranquility. And so the other things in this set are this one, which is almost like a tiny version of what we just used. And then one with butterflies, and then this tiny stripe. But I just thought those were pretty. And you know what? I have never had one this wide. I have seen them a lot. I've seen people use them. I have not had any that wide. Okay, now let's go ahead and cut this in half. So we're going to cut it at 1.5 inches. I don't have enough for two rows of tickets, you guys. And then we are going to decide where I think the tickets, I think if we make them 3 inches, I think that would be a nice length. 1.5 inches wide and 3 inches. So what the heck? I gotta put this back out here. That's what's wrong. I can do it. I really can. Okay, so now 3, 6, and 9. We're gonna score it. Those are gonna be long tickets. That's okay. And then we're going to turn it over. We're going to do it on the other side too. So 3, 6, and 9 on both sides. This way, if we want to bend our tickets, it'll work fine. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we're going to take, well, let me do the other one. Might as well do both of them at the same time, right? So 3, 6, and 9. So these tickets are going to be 1.5 inches by 3 inches. And you can, you could just make your tickets whatever size that you want. Okay. Now we're going to take a hole punch. They make it what? Yeah, right? Isn't that cool? Yeah, I love the and I've had some of it that was, I don't know, I bet about this wide, about probably this 1.5 inches is probably the widest I've ever had it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through here and we're going to slide this in at our score marks about halfway. And you can see, oh, can you see that? We just got it in about halfway through the hole. And we're just going to, punch that. And then we're going to do that at each of the score marks. And just punch out half a hole. And then punch it at the corners. Put it in so it's more like kind of a quarter punch at the end. And then go down the other side and do 1/2 inches or half holes. And then we are gonna, isn't that cute? Look, you can already see our tickets coming together, right? See how they're starting to take shape? So let's do this one. I'll bend them at my spot so I can see where my score marks are. And you guys, if you didn't, you could take just some kind of printed scrapbook paper, anything like that you might want to use. You could make your own. You could take plain paper and you could stamp on it, put all kinds of designs on it, and then just do this. Okay, now I think I want to go ahead and I wonder how this pink would look with that. This pink is not, well, that doesn't look too bad. Let's go ahead and do that. It's got enough blue in it, in the washi tape, that it's like toning it down. But I think this is a fun way. It's not, you can get those tickets that look like, they're like tickets. Now this, I maybe wish I would have cut that down a little bit, because now that's going to be real pink covering that up. But it's okay. It's not perfect, right? If it was machine made, it could be perfect. If it's handmade, it doesn't have to be perfect. So that's how that goes, right? Did you put washi tape over actual tickets? No. No, we just cut a strip of paper. Just a strip of white cardstock and put the washi tape on. And then it was wide washi tape, and so I cut it in half. You could. You guys, that would be a fun idea. You know, you can get those tickets, and a lot of people will have those tickets for some kind of a raffle that they've, you know, been part of and had to buy the tickets. Like, I've seen those great big rolls of tickets at I don't know, like Walmart and, you know, different places. Office supplies have them, and you can you could take some of those real tickets, and yes, you could stamp stuff on them. You could, you know, put washi on them. That'd be fun. I think that's the one fun thing about everybody together. We come up with some fun ideas, just, you know, bouncing ideas around off of what everybody's doing, right? Hey, Patty, how are you? Oh, thanks, Andrea. I'm glad. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the way this pink turned out on the edges of that. It's not so, well, where the washi wasn't covering it up. It's kind of bright, but still, you know, look how good it's gonna look with our other page. We can put it on the opposite page if we wanted to. And see, we could use this like for a belly band on a page. I think that would be fun. Okay, so now let's give ourselves some holes in here, like perforations for tickets. Let me move my, I don't think I need that. Okay. Move that out of the way a second. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get one of my pokey tools here. Here's one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going, you know, hang on, let me get something squishy. If I get something squishy, it'll make it easier to poke the holes. So this is kind of like the consistency of like a mouse pad, you guys. So I'm going to take this, and if you didn't know it, these Tim Holtz rulers have little holes across here. I'm going to put that across here and just kind of line those up down the center of my holes there. And I'm just going to take this and run through here, and now I'm going to have perforated, I got perforated tickets. You can see? So I've got my perforations. And if you didn't want to do that, you could, you know, like just draw little lines across it, right? That would be fun. Oh yeah, Lenora, I bet a lot of people have access to some tickets. And yeah, think of all the things you could do. They don't have to just stay looking as they are. It would even, you could change the whole look even if you just stamped some stuff on them, right? Hey, Donna. Jacqueline, hey there. Yeah. Carrie is home on spring break. And she is watching crafts every day, aren't you, Carrie? My daughter went to work for the school, and I mean, it is like a surprise, a real surprise twist in her life. We just are, you know, it is just so funny. And so they had, and she works at the same school as her daughter. She's working over at the high school. And I can remember thinking, I wondered how Layla was going to feel about that when she found out that Jenny got the job there. And she seems to just be so happy about it. She'll go hang out with her at lunchtime, and they go to school together, and it's so cute. I tell you, and they had their spring break last week. So, I tell you, it's just, you never know, right? But they are so cute together. Okay, so now we've got our perforations on our tickets. And now then, something that you could do. Now, I don't know. I wonder if this is gonna, hang on a second. Let me grab a little bit more of that washi tape. I'm afraid my pen I was gonna use, I'm not sure if it's gonna, well, shoot. Okay. Let me see if my pen is gonna like dry or it's gonna smear off. Let's wait for a second and check that out. Okay. So what I want to do, and I don't have another ballpoint pen. I'm just gonna let that wait for a second. I'm afraid whatever this coating is on here, I'm afraid this is going to rub off. No. Well, kind of. But I think it stuck better than I was thinking it might. Okay, I think we're good to go. Now we're going to do some line work on here. And sometimes a little bit of line work really can make something come together. Now, something you can do on something like this is you can do like just an outline around your word strips. Or if you've got, single words, if you've cut your words apart, you can, just do some line work around there. And it's just something that just adds a little something. And you'd be surprised how much that it, how much it brings something kind of to life, so to speak. Okay, so this is what we're going to do on these. We are going to just go around here. Now, here's another trick. When you are doing line work and you go around more than once, let's say we're going to kind of outline this, but the trick that we're going to do is we're going to go around more than once. We don't need it to be perfect. Perfect is not anything that we need it to be, okay? And so if you go around like a couple of times or you kind of make wavy lines, it makes it look more artistic, and it will just really kind of bring it to life. So here we go. We're just going to kind of go a little bit away from the outer edge. Oh, I feel shaky now that I started this. Well, I said we didn't even need to do straight lines, right? So we're going to kind of go around here and around down here. I tell you what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go all the way down and just kind of make your lines sort of wavy. That way it looks intentional, you guys. And we're going to go around here. And we're just kind of going to give our tickets a little bit more definition, okay? And just all the way down. Let me make sure I'm still in the frame. And kind of around those little indentions for our I don't even know what you call those. Our ticket punches. Okay, so you can see we're not trying to be straight. We're just doing some kind of wiggly lines. And they can kind of be straight. They don't have to be, like zigzaggy or anything. And we're going to come down here to the bottom. And you could take I didn't do it on these, but it probably would make more sense to do your little holes on the ends too. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so now we've got it all the way around. Now what we want to do is we want to come back around and just kind of make them crisscross so it looks messy. Because if it's messy, it looks like it was supposed to be that way. You got all these lines, and then you're just gonna crisscross them every once in a while, like this. And the first time I ever heard anybody tell this, I'm like thinking, that is so silly. Is that really true? And I watched her, work, and my gosh, this has been years ago. And I thought, that's really true. It just looks more, it's kind of artistic, but it adds some interest, you guys. And that's what we're doing with this whole thing. We're just having fun. We just want it to look interesting, right? And yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit of time. Okay, and then I think I probably want to do some across the lines too. Oh, I probably should have gone on both sides of the line, like this. Like this. And yes, it looks messy, but that was my intent. Which any of you that watch me all the time, this is kind of funny because usually I do stuff that is like so straight and clean. Hey Melanie, how are you? Thanks. It gives that hand-drawn feel. Yes, exactly. So what do you guys think? Yay or nay? Would you do squiggly lines on yours? I want to know. Give me some hearts if you like the squiggly lines. So let's go ahead and let's work on this one. And they don't have to be that squiggly. Let's try and do this one a little bit more. I don't know if I can do it any more straight, you guys. For some reason, I just feel kind of, I don't know, you get ready to do something like this and it's like, ugh. And trust me, I don't ever say anything about feeling jittery or anything. We've got people in our family that have those familial tremors. They probably feel like this all the time. So, just around. Yes. Yeah, doesn't it? I think you're right. I think it gives a little bit more character. It looks like we made it, right? It looks more fun. I tell you what though, this washi tape this is kind of fun. I found 2 packs of it and I think they've got all kinds of this 49 and Market. I think that they have more sets. I picked up 2. I'll show you. Whoops. I'll show you what the other one is. In just 1 second. And this pen, I tell you what, I've been buying these pens a long time. Somebody told me about these, and they're called Uniball Vision. And they are waterproof and fade proof. So they're really, and you just get them, they're like with, office things. They were meant, I think the packaging talks about, because they are waterproof, you can write checks with them. And how many of us even write checks anymore? But they were designed to, not be able to have people take a check and wash, take the ink, get the ink off, and write a different amount on it. So I think I like them. I use them for, things a lot. In fact, I have better luck with them than some of the more expensive things that people use for black, pins and line work. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got our tickets. So we'll let that one dry a little bit. And this one, oh, I can still see it's wet. Yeah, I think, once it dries, I think it will be fine. So there we go. And look how great that's going to coordinate, like with another page over here, like on the side. I love it. I think that turned out fun. Okay. Oh, somebody's watching at work. Oh my goodness. Yes, she's on YouTube. We've got a couple of people watching with us on YouTube today. So thank you for being here with us. Let's see, what else? I have another pocket that we can use, and that would be kind of fun to go with this. Let me set these out of the way so they can finish drying. Oh, I'll show you the other. Do you want to see the other? This is very springy too, you guys. Look at this one. Isn't that fun? That could have been a lot of fun to use too. So here's this. It's got some great springy colors on that. It's got one that looks like, what does this look like? This one kind of looks like tickets or something. Oh my goodness, Martha, sure you can. You saw what a mess I tried to make. You certainly could do that. That's the thing about doing it like that, is you don't even have to try to be straight. Let me see. Okay, yeah, look at that. Oh, look, it does look like little tickets and stuff. Well, that would have been fun to use too. I can see more tickets in my future. More tickets. I think that'll be fun. And you can make them, small, make them big, whatever you want to. And then this one. But this collection is called, where does it say? Spectrum Sherbet. Okay, so this one is Spectrum Sherbet, and the other one is called, in case you ever want to look for these, and this one is called Tranquility. Now you guys, the thing about this, which I couldn't even figure out, and now I see there's directions on here. It says an optional slide cutter. You put this on the side of the box, like right here. And then if you want to pull out your washi and cut it straight, I thought this was kind of interesting. Man, they're so hard to get started. Okay, so all you had to do was that you could just put it over here and then run this little tab across there, and it slices it off nice and clean. Can you believe that? I'm like, well, that's cool, but it took me a while to figure out what in the world, what that was supposed to do. I figured it was some kind of a cutting thing, but I couldn't figure out how you use it. But, you just could do it one at a time, because you don't want your washi tape just stuck out there for the whole, just all the time, right? It would be unsticky on the ends. Oh yeah, Donna. Yes, if you do some videos or lives, yes, there's softwares that you can use to to be able to do that, to split the screen. Okay, so let's. Oh my goodness. Let me see what happened to my when it left the building. Where did that thing go? Oh goodness, it's clear behind me, you guys. Please hold. Man, I flipped it out and it just jumped away fast. Okay. So let's make another little pocket thing. And we'll use part of this this page here. So I'm going to cut this at 7 inches wide. And leave it at the 12 inches long. And now I'm going to score. Where's my scoring tool? There. Now I'm going to score it at 3.5 inches. On this end. And we're going to turn it up to make a pocket. Where did I buy the washi tape? You know what? I got it on HSN. And Tuesdays right now, and I don't have any kind of, I'm not an affiliate or anything with them. But in case a lot of you don't know, HSN has got quite a bit of crafty stuff. And right now on Tuesdays, everything that you buy on Tuesdays right now, you get a flat $7.50 shipping charge. So no matter how much you buy, that's all you'll pay, like, for all day. For, like, you know, you could go back in and say, oh, I wish I would have got this or that. And that was where I found those. I even think they had some other ones. But I thought I would try those and see how I liked them. Okay, so let's do another little finger notch here. Put it off over at the side. I can't tell anything about it facing that direction. Let's do it like this. That looks okay. I can live with that. Yes, I know, Melanie, that little cutter. Isn't that crazy? I've heard of 49th Market before. I want to call it 49th, but it doesn't say that. But yeah, sure, Kathy. I'm always glad to share where I got stuff. If I can remember. If I can remember. But yeah, I tell you what, yes. In case you have not ever looked at HSN for anything, they have a lot of stuff, and some of their big companies they work with are Crafter's Companion and Anna Griffin. Who else? Just all kinds of people. Let's see. Maybe I'll just go around the whole edge here. I might go ahead and use actually, let's use a corner rounder on this, just the small one. I like this, even a 1/4 inch. I like to use a 1/4 inch. It just trims it off and makes it a little bit softer of an edge. I don't know, but they've got all kinds of businesses that they work with, and I hadn't been on there in a long time. And the other day when I was looking at stuff, I was surprised by how many new companies, like this 49th Market. I had not seen anything from them before. So I think, you know, a lot of companies are always glad when they can get into some of those things. I mean, there's a lot of people at home shopping for, you know, things. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's glue these up. So we've got our little handy dandy pocket. Okay. All right. scroll back through and look at some of our comments if I have missed any. Thanks everybody for sharing me out. I really appreciate that. That's so sweet of you. Oh, and Lenora is from the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. Okay. And welcome to any of you who are new to me. I appreciate you being here. Yes. Susan said she even noticed my shirt is colorful. Well, of course it is. It's spring. I'm dressed for spring today. Such a fun day. Yeah, so, oh my goodness. So we have, let me tell you who else is coming up after me. So Charlotte with the Crafty Collie is going to be up right after me. So the people that have already gone before me today, you can go back into Sacred Treasure House and see like all the replays. But we had Deborah from Sacred Sew. We had the Craft and Coop. Leslie from LT Designs. And then me. And then there's going to be the Crafty Collie 22. Timeless Treasures by Tanya. And we've got Shelly by the Shore Crafting, Lisa's Craft House, Upcycle, Create, Repeat, Let's Be Artful, Yachty's Workshop, Crafting with Robin's Nest LLC, California Dreamin', and then last, we go clear until 10 p.m. Eastern tonight is the start of the last one, and that's Pretty Pieces by Michelle. So, oh my gosh, you guys, can you believe how many people? That's a big day, right? Well, okay, yeah. So Janie is talking about leaving them all in the box like this, and then just bringing them. I can't even open it. And then bringing it out and cutting them like just as you need it. But she said, you know, kind of like we do our kitchen paper, kitchen wraps and things like that. The problem with that is, for me, I like to know how much I need. So I am more apt to take it like this, pull it out and see what I need, and then maybe cut it like this, as opposed to taking it in here. For me, I think it's kind of hard to keep it in here, and there's nothing. Your kitchen wrap things have something inside that kind of keep your roll in place so it doesn't jump out, and this doesn't. I mean, you know, I'm going to pull on this and it's going to like basically be pulling it out. I said that, now it does stick. I tell you, if you want to prove yourself wrong, just say something, right? There you go. But yeah, but I think that is, how fun is that? A little cutter. But yeah, I think so. Any time without having to find the end. Well, those were new, Janie. Those were brand new. So yeah, that it makes it a lot easier. Once you've used washi tape, I think, you know, it's easier to find the ends the next time. But yeah, the first time they are really stuck on there. I'm sure that however their process is of making those, they are stuck on there good. Okay, now let's make another little part to this. And we are going to make a little goodie to stick inside the pocket. And so for this one, I need a piece. I'm going to go with, got another piece out here to use. So this one I'm going to cut. It needs to be small enough that it can fit in here. And remember, we're going to have holes over here. I still can't believe I forgot to bring my hole punch. Oh, and for those of you, if you have come on, you know, during the course of this is what I like to make these and put them in this disc bound type holder, and then it will yes, Janie, yep, I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay, so I have a punch that punches these funny little holes out, and you can take things out and put things in real easy. So I like to call this my, page by page journal, and then I can make fun stuff and put in there as I go. And unfortunately, I completely forgot my my hole punch. I think it's in the other room somewhere. I laughed. I said I might run and get it, except I don't think it would be there. Yeah, okay, so this is what Janie is saying. She's saying, like, once you get them out here, let's give it a whirl. We have time. We have time, right? And sometimes it's fun to know how something is going to work, right? So, Janie is saying if we put them out here like this, okay, I'm going to pull it out here, and I'm going to put some out on each one. Don't you love playing with your products? Hey, Raven, how are you doing? Craftifornia dreaming. Every time I see your page name, I kind of giggle a little. That's very clever. Okay, so we've got that one. We'll stick that up there. I'm just going to cut these all off in a second without any rhyme or reason. I love these little butterflies. Aren't these sweet? We could put some across here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, once you get these off the first time. Okay, and then our big one here. And you guys, this cutter is so funny because you wouldn't even think it would cut anything. Now I ripped that there, so I gotta get it under that. Okay, so we can cut all these off. Except, now here's an issue I see. You've got to have this much room for this to be on these sides. So you can just move it out of the way, and you've got them stuck on here. They're still stuck to this little plastic piece, and then you can grab it a little bit easier and pull it out. Although I tell you what, that wide one is going to be kind of difficult to keep it straight, I think. I think it is anyway. You guys, let's put some of this across here. This is pretty. And I'm going to just stick this piece of washi. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm so sorry. You're probably like, oh, I didn't really want to pop on here and watch her peel washi tape all day. Look how pretty that is. It just adds a little something something. Look at that. And it's got a little bit of text and looks kind of like it's got some pages and things like that. I like it. I like it like that. You know that song? I like it like that. Okay, so let's get busy on this one or we're not going to have enough time. So this one, I want it to be 5 inches wide. And 9.5 inches tall. And then I'm going to, oh, is this 2.5 inches? Oh, this is perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to score this at 2.5 here at the bottom to make another pocket. So 2.5 inches here. And I'm just going to pull that up. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use this 1/4 inch punch again. let's go ahead and put this punch again. Okay. And a little bit at the top. How many of you use your corner rounders? Do you like straight? Tell me if you do straight or rounded. Tell me what you think. Straight or rounded? Okay, and just a little hint of color, and then we want this little piece as well. Let's put a little color on it. Actually, let's give it a little. Now I want it to be in the same place, and in case I didn't eyeball it correctly, I want it to be in the same place. I've done this before and eyeballed it, and it's like off. One side is off from the other. It's just like, okay, that wasn't my plan. So let's do that. Just kind of measure. Okay. What are we saying? Corner rounded. Yes, round, round, round. Oh, hi, Tamara. How are you doing? Okay, so let's put a little bit of glue here on the sides and down just on our 3 sides. And then I'm going to close this up and just slide it down there about 1/2 inch or so. And then just line it up on the sides. Oh, that doesn't even... Wow, how did that get off? Oh my goodness. I don't know how come that isn't as wide as the other piece. Okay, we'll kind of center that. There we go. Now, again, a lot of times inking can kind of hide some of those problems. Just give it a little bit more pink there, and there we go. Be good to go. And then let's do this one. Oh, we're finally coming down here to the end, you guys. And after me is going to be Charlotte. And then tomorrow I will be back on again. I'll be on at 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, which is a little bit different time than I normally am. And now this is going to just pop in here. And again, we're going to have the holes over here on the side, and it'll go in our book. So we can put that in there. Look how cute that is. Now let's add a little bit more of this same washi and put it right here. I gotta cover up my glue or it'll be clogged up. Okay. Let's just put a little bit across here. I tell you, it's kind of hard when you're sitting down and you're looking at it flat. Sometimes it's hard to get it on straight. So like tilt it up here and try and get it a little more straight. Look how easy it tears when you've got something like that to tear against it. And now I've left that over there. Let's see if I can trim that off. There we go. So we've got our little matching pockets here. And maybe we could put some more words across here. That would be kind of fun. We've certainly got it spring looking. Let me see. And again, this is like a page of little spring things, and it's the thank you for signing up for the newsletter. You can find that in either on my link tree, or there's a specific post right there in the featured posts. Oh, I like, actually, I like this one. It says, let nature's vibrant colors inspire your soul. Ooh, I love that. So pretty soon we'll change it. It's not going to be spring forever, right? So I'll have a different bunch of little phrases. Or you can go also, this is available in my Shopify shop too. You can just get it if you're somebody who absolutely does not want to be on an email list. But I tell you what, for the most part, I just send something out once a week on Sunday. Kind of is a roundup from last week. It has what I'm going to be and where for the coming week. And then, something, a digital gift is like what I like to say. So far we've had several things that were printables that you could use for something. There we go. Oh, I should have inked around that or something. But here again is where you could use a little line work. Oops, I just poked my cap with the little needle nose thing. Now here's what I was talking about before. You can just go around your little word strips with your pen. And you can either just bump it up there and run it right along there. You could do the same thing like with the tickets and go around it again. But look how much that pops out when you just put a little bit of black ink around the edge, or any kind of ink really. So here's our tickets, and this is what I was gonna say before. On the tickets, you can even like just fold them up like this, and you could stick them in one of your pockets. You could use it for a belly band on something. I could have put those down here. Now these are so long, I would probably, trim them across like that. But how many of you think you might try to do some tickets of some type? I hope you like that. I think those are fun. Just super fun. Okay, so here we go. Here's what we've been doing today. What's the brand of pen? The ink pen I use is called Uniball Vision, and this is a fine point, and it's waterproof and fade proof. But yeah, Uniball Vision, and this is a fine point one, and I really do like it, you guys. I've been using them for years and years. But here's what we did. So I can I can get my hole punch out. I've got enough room over here to make my punches, and here's like another one. This is not the first time that I have made this kind of a thing. Let me grab my book out here. So then you can just, pop it in here. Stick these in. You've got something fun here. But yeah, I really like the ring bound things. And sometimes you can get, when they get ready to come out with new planners for different times of the year, sometimes you can get a really good buy on some of them. Now this is not a dated planner. This just had paper in it. That's all that this one is. So but same thing. I mean, if you can get a cheap one and the planner part has months that you're not going to use because they're already passed or whatever, use those and do stuff over the pages. Get your money's worth out of the paper, right? Hi, Helen. How are you? So yeah, I think that makes it really kind of a lot of fun. So I can hardly wait to get these punched and get them in my book, you guys. But what a fun way to start spring, huh? So I hope, thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. And like I said, I'll be on tomorrow at 4. We have been working together in the Sacred Treasure House group on Facebook. And today is the first day of spring. And so everybody today is going to be doing spring related projects. No telling what everybody will do. It's kind of like Crafter's, choice, but everybody is going to use a springtime theme. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and let's go over and see what Charlotte is going to be up to today. Thanks, Estella. You guys take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.